Start.
Oh. We're back. We're dead there.
So
Urban
dead.
Era 404.
Scary.
What can I tell you, man?
Scary sight.
Hello, guys.
Yeah.
Nothing but illustrious guests, man.
It's crazy.
Nothing but geniuses on here, man.
I mean, you spoil me.
I
don't know if I'd go that far.
No, we have to go. There's further. There's still more to go.
We'll go that far. We're the type of people to bring a chair to the beef, you know?
It's mad. TL and C.
Back
Table, ladders, and chairs. You get me? If you get me.
You didn't grow up on wrestling. You had me going there.
Yeah.
You had me going.
He thought left eye, chili, and T-Bones.
Nah. He put tummy loving care in them, man. That's it. Active or whatever it was. No Vita and them things.
Yeah. I'm just ready to just have a good time. Get some tables, ladders, and chairs.
Real talk. We'll fight for the championship, baby.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't know, obviously, speaking of Illustrious, we got Illustrator in the house.
I'm just gonna
Bang.
leave now.
I'm coming for next.
Get this man in the booth, man.
Hey, bro, I'm coming. 1, 2, 3, and to the 4. You got Sola in the
That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. I loved it.
Man got brought in for the record deal and they said, you know what? Never mind.
Man said, what, is that your boy that you recommended?
I was like sprinklers in the booth.
We're
Oh,
on.
fucked it.
We're on
my
next.
God. Not fire in the booth, sprinklers in the booth. No, damp enough. I'm not even the heater rocker.
Like a fire blanket.
No. Fire blanket in the booth, for fuck's sake.
Fire in brackets extinguisher.
Bro, we might be onto something, you know?
I think that's like a parody series, right?
Yeah, bringing all the hardest rappers in the ends and that.
Fire blanket in the booth.
You get me?
Or it's like judges. It's like, okay, are they fire or are they blanket?
No, man will get offended still.
They'll be waiting.
Good.
Sensitive.
Yeah.
Filming, they'll be waiting in the car.
Yeah.
So who's a blanket? Who's a blanket then? Tell me, bro.
Definitely, I can wrap you in a blanket. No, bro.
And then, that's not even as bad as the man that I won a second chance.
I'm screaming.
I didn't really finish that verse properly.
You know what it is? It's a confidence thing.
It's my first time.
It's my first time. I wrote something yesterday, but you know it was. I made a couple tweaks.
This is the shit you say when you're not too early as well.
No cap. No cap.
It's my first time. It's been a long time since.
I gotta be on my knees like it was too good. It was too good. It was too good.
So I'm like, time for me to go home.
No, I'm screwed. No, but seriously.
You roll over, Put everything back out.
You know what?
Peace.
All the way up to your shoulder.
I've done my best. Time for me to leave.
As you can see,
I tried.
I'm screaming. These men are sick, bro. Look at these men just connecting and that, bro. You see how sickers just come alive? Look, I'm screaming. I had to pull out a little bit. You know, no pun intended.
I can just see the judgment in your eyes.
Guys,
Look at these niggas.
how many times he busting earlier and that? Like, guys, chill and that, bro.
Every single time. Everyone's lying.
I'm screaming.
Everyone's lying.
No, not everyone. Just say you get
niggas
high caliber cooch and keep it stiffing.
Yeah, what if I'm only just taking the piss? It's just you.
I'll stand here.
Man left him out in the back door to you. Man done pulled out real quick.
You think I ain't prepared? You think I didn't do 4 hours of foreplay beforehand? Come on, bro.
Ooh.
They're there.
You're a strong man for 4 hours of foreplay, though.
Hey, man.
Because me, I would have been rising solid. Shing!
Listen, I'm not a selfish lover.
I mean,
I appreciate that.
That's the best type of love.
Yeah.
That's the best type.
Yeah. A giver.
These are jokes. If anyone of my family or people that know me personally are watching this is jokes. It's for
Yeah, a couple
entertainment.
men are washing their eyes out right now still.
I've actually never been close to a woman intimately.
Really?
Mum, if you're watching.
I said,
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah.
This is all fiction, by the way.
Yeah. Straight fiction.
Like, I'm just speculating based on what I've heard.
I don't even have sexual organs. Yeah, now you.
Man said he's androgynous or whatever the fuck it is.
I'm an action man. Just an action man.
Just straight,
Just
smoothness. I can't lie, I used to try to feel the coochie and
Whoa.
And the doors in that, bro. I can't lie, bro.
Edit that out.
I'm gonna keep it
No,
on.
that stays on.
As a youth, I didn't know what was going on. I tried to feel the cooch. There was no cooch, bro.
If there's anything to ever play at his wedding, I think actually at all our weddings, the last like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Straight crud. You've never been on a podcast like this. And you never seen a fucking podcast like this. Unless you watched the last episode.
See how we're on next. We're next up.
So make sure you pre that episode, share, like, subscribe, everything right now. But straight back into it. You know how it goes. We've got Sola art in the house. The waviest. Donnie's been doing comics from way back, I think even before 2016 or something. When did you even start doing this, bro? Just lay us up.
So, oh God, I think I started releasing my own one in 2019. It's called Come Down. But you know, I've been working kind of on comics and like practicing, trying to perfect my craft and stuff since like way early, since I was like 16, 17.
Damn.
So yeah, it's always been like my thing, you know, like if you time traveled back to secondary school, sixth form, and so like, oh yeah,
paint the picture.
What's his thing?
Yeah,
they'd go like, oh, like art, comics, you know, stuff like that.
He's the art boy.
Yeah, everyone knew, which made it really funny when for A-level art I actually got a B.
Oh shit. So man, them in secondary school looking at you like, he's next up these times.
Yeah.
These times.
He's a fraud.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like, hey, Sean, what the fuck, man?
What the fuck, man?
Like
a
a
B?
parents. Yeah.
A B?
This is your thing. This is your thing.
Are you supposed to be the guy? I was like,
Things happen.
Art level, it drove me mad.
Yeah.
It's just like, because I wanted to get better at art. I wasn't actually that concerned with getting a good grade, and they're two separate things.
Yeah. Because they're asking you to explain this. It's like, fuck off.
Please.
That's the thing.
Tell us the selection of colours within. In fact, I don't know nothing about art. Why am I seeing?
Because it was kind of like that. It was actually a lot like that, but it annoyed me because the way it works, if you do the work correctly, obviously you get a good grade, but you don't have to be good.
Yeah.
To do the work correctly.
That's what really just got on me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to throw shade at anyone, but I'm just like, you know, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here like trying more to practice than to be like, oh yes, in this I fucking
used this.
Yeah, I did whatever I thought.
Trigonometry.
Especially, I was doing like best superhero stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, back then, you know what my mind was? I was like, superheroes are really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna draw them.
Yeah.
There's not too much thought there.
To it,
It's just like I just want to draw and get good.
I'm a simple man.
You just
A to
gotta,
Z.
the simple things in life are the most pleasurable.
Really true. He was ahead of the game.
No cap.
That was probably when we was in school. That was probably just before superheroes started to really.
Yeah, I remember like the first Avengers movie came out, and then like everyone was like doing
Superhero.
You seen Avengers? And
You're thinking I've read 16 comics, bro, in a day.
I read the whole series.
I read them all, man.
Yeah.
I read them all.
Yeah.
And it is kind of weird, like now, you see it quite a lot in like nerd culture, how huge nerd culture has become.
Yeah.
But there's still like quite a bit of a disconnect between like the people that are really into it, so like me and stuff, and the people, like nothing against people that's like, oh, I only watch the movies, but the discourse is actually very different from both sides.
It's mad.
Yeah.
That happens with music. When like a certain like genre of music or a certain artist gets popular, you see like all the day one fans like, with WizKid last week. All the WizKid fans that don't know Essence, we don't care. They got a ticket. You didn't. So, like,
it's way being bitter.
It's no point in being bitter.
I'm slightly bitter about that, but
the discourse would be better if like some of the more like day one fans are more, they educate some of the casual fans that are willing to listen.
It also
it's
happens with like
understand.
any music genre that goes through a big change in sound. Like you see that discourse so much in rap and rock. Yeah. Where it's like this new generation of rappers, you know, they all suck. They're all, they all just.
You don't get that in the artwork in the art world, do you?
Like me personally, or it happens generally?
You personally.
It's not really happened to me. Obviously I do my thing. but in terms of like reach, I'm not like huge or anything, so I don't think I'm at the level to have discourse yet. But yeah, you do see again a bit of a disconnect of people that prefer classic stuff, people that prefer newer stuff. Like some artists kind of bridge the two, others do one or the other, and that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just people get annoyed at it.
Where do you fit in that spectrum? Because your shit look different.
What?
Go pre to Calm Down if you haven't, but your shit is different.
So my work, I think it looks more like modern. Like, honestly, like just the way it looks, if you compare it to a lot of like older comic books. But I kind of really like the aesthetic of like older print comics and like old print comics, old manga, old anime, older cartoons, shit like that. Like even though I don't really think you can see it very much through my work, that's what really gets me going. Like, little aside, but with all like superhero movies coming out now, I actually don't watch a lot of them. And people are like, "Oh, aren't you like really into that stuff?" I'm just like, I'm into the comic stuff, but like, I really don't like the modern aesthetic of the movies.
I see. Was it too SFXy or?
Well, it's just a little bit of that, a little bit of like too blockbustery, and just the way it looks way too like sci-fi and not just kind of like a. I don't know how to describe it.
Down to earth.
Down to earth, yeah. Because
I understand how you feel, because I prefer, like, with superhero movies, I prefer the animated version. Yeah. Because if you
Into the Spider-Verse was
amazing. That shit was crazy.
It was such a good film.
I was tripping, just thinking, what is going on in this shit?
And I watched it and I was like, why is there ever like live action movies?
No cap.
Like, they're fucking lame.
I never understood the Avatar live action, the Dragon Ball Z live action, all them stupid shits.
They're doing Netflix is doing an Avatar live action again.
I know there's some sort of budget somewhere. Some guy's always taking shit off like, live action.
I'm just like, right,
Give it 10 million.
Alright. Let fantasy be fantastic.
Yeah.
So just have it be animated. Like, obviously it can work live action. Like Lord of the Rings movies.
perfect.
Hella fantastical. They're amazing. But like, not every film is gonna be as good as like arguably some of the best films ever made.
Exactly.
So it's like, just let things that aren't real just be not real.
The exception is like shit like Harry Potter and that.
Harry Potter's lame.
If it was animated, I think
Oh
that'd
my
be
God.
crazy.
Oh, Sola.
That probably would.
Sola. Thank you for
Man
saying
almost
that.
left.
Thank you for saying
Oh
that.
no, right.
Thank you for saying that.
Since day one. Since day one.
Really?
Since I was little.
I was warped by.
Harry, why'd you use a stick for? Use your hands.
Yeah, always one. Yeah, anyway.
I thought it was calm though. I thought it was like cool as a kid.
Hey,
Obviously.
every Christmas and that man sitting around the fireplace.
I grew out of it though.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Harry.
I'm saying it's lame.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's different things. Lame is more subjective.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, just the whole vibe and aesthetic, I'm just like, yeah. Like, Voldemort would lose to a pistol. If final battle, Harry just like, fastest gun in the West.
How do you know there's gonna like some time actually would have used that?
Exactly. Bam.
Yeah, you're right.
It was like that shit.
Headshot and he's finished from 100 miles away. He's finished.
Just put a sniper in
He's finished. 1 6-year-old
And there
that's
won't
been
be
playing
any
COD
movers.
for 6 years, whatever. With dead Voldemort.
Do you think they have like Xboxes in Hogwarts?
Nah, man.
Do you think they're allowed?
I think man will come late to all the lessons and that, bro.
Yeah.
What you need an Xbox for? You have a wand, bro. You can do magic.
It's true.
You can fly.
No, but if you couldn't do certain magics, you know certain man will be limited.
Certain magic.
You can only make like a paper plane or something. With
Man can't
magic.
even do Expelliarmus right.
You know when certain man can do fireballs and I can only do like.
I can only like lift a mug.
You know the one.
Yeah.
I will start turning evil with my shit.
You can only make a cup of tea with your hands.
Would you be put into Slytherin? Would you be villain from birth?
Yeah, I might have to on the dark side still. I might just start apply for the death.
They look like they was having the most fun.
Yeah, man. Sneaking out at night,
They do.
doing all the forbidden shits.
Yeah. Villains always have fun.
Bruh.
Like-
the most.
Heroes always. Yeah, I love heroes, but like,
Abide by the book, does.
it's why.
It's like I don't like Superman.
Okay.
Don't like who? Superman.
I don't like Superman. It's just
I actually.
come on.
I really like Superman.
The way you draws it, like,
No.
okay, guys.
No, because he's like the end point of that. He's just so good.
Superman, it's his villains. There's not enough like. He only has his Doomsday and probably
Like Lex Luthor.
and
All the wastemen.
That actually like if I put in my brain, I can see them giving him a challenge. Lex Luthor's just a rich guy.
Another rich white guy.
He should be beefing Batman.
Let the whites beat the whites, in fact. That's a good idea.
They're
Fuck
not
it.
saving blacks anyway.
You're saying, you're saying
Sorry,
Superman
go on,
was
okay,
so...
Oh, yeah, no, so because I used to not like him, but then I kind of realized that the point of the character is that he's just such a good guy that he's beyond being morally grey. He's just like the standard that
goodness.
goodness that should be like aspired to. So when I see the character like that, I'm like, actually, him just being just a nice guy. I actually think that's really cool.
But he gets people killed too. Like innocent people killed.
Man was just dashing man into buildings.
Yeah, but that looks cool.
You think Ross in the accountant didn't die from that?
No. On floor 41, working his way up in life.
He's about to get a promotion.
He's not coming back home, bro.
His manager.
So, my wife's pregnant. You know, we're about to move into a nicer
50
house.
hours a week.
Yeah, and just like Doomsday goes flying through a building.
He sees, oh, what's that flying in the air? Oh, mad.
Is it a bird? Is it a
It's
plane?
plane. Oh no, it's my demise. You know the ones. Finished. K.O.
R.I.P.
It's mad.
Paul from accounting.
Bro. Paul from accounting.
He tries his best.
Mary in the reception. It's fucking mad.
Pour some liquor on the floor for Paul in HR, man.
I said, pour some liquor. Superman don't know who the fuck that man he's killing is. He's going straight to bed as what's the guy?
Clark Kent.
No, the ones.
Yeah.
White privilege.
Clark Kent.
Let's talk about it.
Imagine they spell Clark Kent and the Kent was with a C, he's a crip.
Oh shit. Crip.
I mean, yeah, he does have a lot of blue on his costume.
Yeah, no, it's an ounce of red.
So, yeah, he's got the red cape as well, so it kind of evens out.
Actually, that's true. Maybe he is.
Well, as he's bridging the gap
That's what I'm saying.
between gangs.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Tie the
Oh, my
bandanas
God.
together.
Uni.
Bro, that's literally Superman.
So to spin the cube back here, we'll talk about inspiration. So what kind of who in the space has inspired you, and what kind of was your first sense of inspiration in terms of art? Now you looked at that shit and said,
What was the Sorry, go on.
Well, I can actually trace this back to when I was really young.
Nice.
I thought about it a while ago. And it's a question I'll ask you guys after.
Nice.
But I just thought, no, when I was young, we had a Sega Dreamcast. Do you remember that game console? Mm-hmm. Like, it didn't take off. It had like 5 games.
Yeah.
But then on it had cool.
You know the ones that are blowing that
all
hole.
that shit. But on it we had
Heads were lightheaded in that one. Good.
we had Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Man.
Game.
Yeah, that's a good one. Classic.
I remember when I was young being like mesmerized by that game, and I think that my brother really liking Batman the animated series. Like,
Oh
my
shit, Batman Returns or like?
No, the cartoon one from the 90s. It still holds up.
Okay,
Go watch it.
Okay.
But like, my brother's older than me, so obviously I was just kind of like into the stuff he was into. Just Batman the animated series.
Oh yeah.
And then
like 1990 whatever.
and then my parents had me subscribe to this Spider-Man series called Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, they're blessed.
Those are the 3 things. When I was young, I'm just like, maybe I like this stuff. But like with Marvel vs. Capcom 2 especially, I look at it, then I look at what I'm into now, and I'm just like, nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm still the same brother.
yeah, it's superheroes.
Yeah.
It's cool stuff made by Japanese people
Yeah.
fighting each other. And
Let's
I'm like,
combine
wow, that's
this.
so cool. And now I'm just like, I'm still into superheroes and comic books. Been to a lot of like anime and manga and like Japanese games and shit like that.
Do you have Battle Royale?
Like, no, I watched the movie.
I had
Oh, the Japanese thing.
Yeah.
That shit was hard still.
I had the
Yeah.
manga. Like,
You ain't read it. You
randomly,
ain't
I
watched
was
it.
just
It's this whole thing.
Yeah,
Have you read it?
I read it, and then someone's finger got broken in it, like, and that was scary to see as a.
And you said,
Oh yeah, no, that shit is hella
the movie,
violent.
though. The movie's fucking lit.
Yeah. But yeah, so those were like the early inspirations that kind of like set me on my path.
Yeah.
Which relates to the question I want to ask you guys. Because I always think it's kind of interesting.
First
question.
guest that's asking us a question.
Yeah.
Right.
Flipping the switch.
Yeah.
So
the coop.
it's what bit of media do you think has had like the biggest kind of effect on your life and kind of what you are, what you do? Because I think of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and obviously look at me now. Like obviously that just set me on the path I'm on in life.
Yeah.
So can you think of an equivalent for yourself?
I'll let Chris answer that first.
I know off the rip.
I've got a long.
I was a kid in front of the TV where the parents was doing their thing or busy or gone out of the house. And also when I grew up, I went to the library and read pretty much, I'd say about 75% of their comic books. So every day or every week or every month, every week I think, you're allowed to borrow like 6 comic books. Yeah. So I borrow 6, I'll bang it out in a week, come back, get my next 6, bang it out, come back, get my next 6. I still read manga and shit to today. Yeah. So I was smashing that shit.
Sometimes if I go to his house, I just walk in and he's reading one manga on his laptop.
Yeah.
Bare tabs open.
You got me.
You have like 5 different things to reading open. 5 different tabs.
I know Cap, I got an animator right now. It's got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs of anime right there.
Which anime?
Oh mate, you drew me out. Let's see. We got Dorohedoro.
Dorohedoro is fucking great.
You know, we got Fumetsu no Anatai.
I don't speak Italian.
We got, I was screaming. I got a new thing here, some isekai. Got One Piece, episode 965. I'm behind.
I need to start watching that.
Christ.
And then we got Boku no Hero, no Hero Academia.
I'm talking about it.
And that's it.
I still need to watch My Hero Academia as well.
Fucking fire.
Everyone says it's good. I just haven't started it.
The manga is getting savage.
I know Deku's going a bit wild.
You know, basically it's a anime / manga about like kid superheroes and like the superhero universe, and obviously there's super villains as well and shit. And now where we're at in the manga is basically shit's going down the hill and it's getting real. It's no longer becoming as kiddie as it was before.
I do enjoy a good downwards character.
Oh, I love it.
Like where character that was like once kind of optimistic.
Yeah,
and
now they're seeing the world for what it actually is.
They're just
like
crash
Black
out.
Rock from Black Lagoon.
That's kind of like Wolverine though. Them type of characters.
Yeah,
and
he's
even
like
Magneto.
Yeah.
Them man there that saw a bit of logic, I'm like, that's exactly what I'd be like.
That's me.
That's exactly what I'd do.
I see myself.
Crush his head. He don't deserve to live. Kill him.
Alright.
Yeah, go on. Question.
Yeah,
You ready?
So as you was talking about like the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and there's like signifiers and like piece of media, it made me think of radio because I used to listen to radio a lot. Like if I was with my dad, Talk Sport is on. What's it called? Choice FM. We're listening to that, and then myself, I would put on I would take the stereo from the kitchen, bring it in my room, and listen to the radio.
Oh man.
I mean, and look at you now.
And then
on
doing
radio.
the podcast, and I was like, and when you said, the stuff I was doing when I was younger, I'm still doing now. All that stuff, and now I'm on YouTube, like listening to guys talk about whatever. Yeah. And then, and now look, we're creating shit, and I'm just glad I'm doing it with the man, really.
No cap.
Because that's sick.
No
That's
cap.
what inspired me to do it, because I was seeing man do it with their friends and be successful at it. But then other than that, it's radio and TV and video games. Obviously, TV is the reason I play football so much.
Oh yeah.
Because that Dennis Bergkamp goal against Newcastle.
Oh my
Where the commentator.
God.
I'm thinking of his World Cup goal.
Oh, he's
Ignore
another.
me. Ignore me.
Wait,
Yeah.
no.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, fuck.
I'm talking about where he received
The
the ball
flick.
back to goal. Man went here.
Goodbye.
This way.
Goodbye.
Oh my god, I remember that.
He turned whizzed man to the floor and just went pass
Have
the
that.
keeper.
Pass it
I said, I need to get on the pitch right now.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I live like around the corner from a football pitch. So I was like, grab this ball.
Let's go.
Mom,
I have a dream.
Yeah.
myself.
Time to go make my dreams come true.
Yeah.
His anime theme starts playing.
Yeah. He is the main character at that point. You know,
main character.
Have I got main character syndrome?
I think having main character syndrome is a pretty good way to exist.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that shit motivates you.
100%.
What's main character syndrome?
It's about you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just about you.
It's about you,
But
bro.
it's like,
You have to control it though.
Yeah,
You
don't
can't be
want to
delusional
be,
Thomas.
and you don't want to be
Well, actually, you can be, but
like selfish.
not too much.
Or anything like that. You don't want to be so into yourself that it actually like takes away from other people.
Yeah.
But you have to just be on your own shit.
Yeah.
And like kind of believe in yourself.
Inspired by yourself, motivated.
Because you're the only person that's gonna live your life. So you may as well
Be the character.
try hard with it. Yeah.
No, it's your movie, mate.
Yeah.
You might as well be the main character of your own life. Why not?
Cap.
Exactly.
It's worth it. Why not?
No
Because
cap.
but that's the thing. You meet people that you can kind of tell they don't really feel like that.
Yeah,
They
100%.
feel like they're just kind of drifting.
Or they're behind on something.
worse.
Yeah, they're just around.
Or
Yeah.
worse, the main antagonist. Now they think they're the Joker for real. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, relax, bro.
Meeting people and they know I'm here for chaos. You lot here for peace. I'm here for war.
I'm here to cause problems.
I want blood and spoils.
I'm gonna do something
Weird.
I'm gonna do something real weird.
Fuck everyone here. It's like, what?
I'ma pick the world up and I'm jumping on your fucking
No, real
God,
talk.
that's an old reference.
That's a banger though.
Hey,
I
man.
know.
A little bit of an emo phase right there.
Hey, listen, the late 2000s was an era.
It was.
I feel like people, especially like, they don't appreciate it enough. But that was a fucking era.
Yeah,
that was a
trust me.
cultural reset.
Trust me. And Lil Wayne was spearheading that bitch with his little crackhead.
Oh, yeah,
crackhead
that-
becoming self.
Yeah, Lil Wayne literally was like the front runner. That's what he wants now.
He's an icon. This
Yeah.
guy did like 3 genres
Bro,
from 2000 till now.
whilst doing lean, while smoking and,
Yeah.
and skating and fucking bitches and having
Yeah.
everything.
He tried to get into rock for a bit. That kind of
rock,
fell
right.
apart.
Yeah.
Skinny jeans, and then it's like, nah. Go back to baggy.
Please
And
don't
look
do
where
that
everyone is
again.
now. 10 years later, now look where everyone is now.
Bro.
Baggy. Back where we belong.
Let's spin
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, it's there's the thing. It's the 20-year nostalgia cycle.
Yeah.
Where, you know, which is why now you fucking see like, oh, here's my cute TikTok outfit. They're dressing like
Just
people
like-
from the early
yeah,
2000s.
Yeah.
Because things just go in a loop. It's like, well, that thing from a while ago is actually pretty sound.
I feel like we're kind of refining it a bit better.
But a good way to notice that is like reboots.
Reboots.
Of old
Oh, I see.
things.
Old series. Yeah.
Because they'll be like, oh, remember this series?
Yeah.
From
Nostalgia
like a
time.
good while ago.
Yeah,
A good while ago.
Yeah.
They all just come back at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It happens with like just music and as well and all shit like that. Where what was old and kind of went out of fashion, people were actually like,
Let me sample that.
Yeah.
it's actually
I remember
pretty
that shit
cool.
when I was a kid.
That's-
Let me bring that back.
That's why hip hop's so amazing to me, because it is like so outwardly, it's unoriginally original, because it's basically music from music. The first like hip hop song was a James Brown track, like scratch basically from DJ Cool, basically, and then man just played that party and it just went off.
Everyone was like, yo, this is actually pretty
That shit's
cool.
fucking
This is
hard.
fucking lit.
Yeah.
Hey, but speaking of that, how does like music and games kind of affect your art?
Music actually plays a really big role in my art. It's like kind of ironic because art as a medium, or like illustration, has no audio. So it's one of the ones where only I can really tell.
Yeah. Or actually, webtoons and that actually now.
You can actually. Put
You know that? Okay, go on.
But like for me,
those
I always have tunes on. Like I make a cup of
stuff.
tea,
Yeah.
have my headphones in. I go to the shop 2 minutes away, have my headphones in. I'm drawing, have my headphones in.
Baby driver vibes.
Proper Baby Driver vibes. So hearing, also, I try to sample a lot of different stuff. I'm going through my rock phase now.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying it.
Okay.
But like before that, I was like going to my techno. Before that, it was a lot of rap, and then all shit like that. I tried to vary because I think with any kind of art form, doing that, even if it's just to return to your original one, to say if you're like a hip hop artist, but then you actually decide to listen to a bunch of jazz,
Or Motown or
something like that, then you go back to your original thing. You'll come out with a bunch of new ideas
Yeah.
and like a
man
new
said
outlook.
creative training. Oh man, I'm taking him in. This is different still. Oh, man said he's training himself for expansion.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
continue.
but that's the thing. So like, even though, my art is illustration, there's no audio. To me, I see a lot of things. Like a lot of my kind of original work that isn't like fan art or like something like that. To me, I'll look at a bit and I'll think of the song that I was like listening to when I drew it, or the song that kind of.
Is it like a soundtrack playing, basically?
Yeah, in
It's
my
a backing
mind.
track. That's it.
Oh, sure that. So that does it a lot. To the point where for Come Down, each chapter is named after a song or an album.
No.
And then at the last page is like a drawing recreating the album cover, but with the characters.
Hey, that's sick.
So the first chapter is a Toro y Moi album. The second chapter is an album by a producer called Tobacco.
Okay.
And the third one is the Bad Bad Not Good album.
Oh my god.
And then like I've got planned out the rest.
I was gonna say you should make this an Easter egg type hunt for people to come and fucking figure it out for you.
One of them is actually just a spoiler, but like you won't know unless you know the song. There's a chapter named after the song by The Who, Behind Blue Eyes. And if you listen to the lyrics and then see the character that I'm kind of linking to the song, it's like, maybe this character isn't all he seems to be.
Oh my god.
So I say to get there.
Fam, art is actually fucking crazy. No, sorry, continue.
I say to get there. It's a while away, but yeah, those are the things I think I go. Like, wouldn't that be sick?
You don't have like the fucking board in that, would
I got like Word documents and shit. I don't have enough space for.
Yeah, that shit was
I
always.
love that.
Yeah,
like a whiteboard, like.
It seems proper.
But yeah, it's a lot of planning. Comics, like I've been a while without an upload because I'm just trying to work on my like backlog. But I remember seeing a meme about webcomics, where it's Bilbo from Lord of the Rings. Where he's got the one ring and he's like, why shouldn't I do it all myself? Yeah. And it just says webcomic creators. It's like, why shouldn't I make the entire comic myself? Because it's taken me a long time, but like longer than it should have, realistically. But like,
you don't have a team though, do you?
You don't have a team, but also you learn.
Yeah.
With any project you undertake, you learn as you do it. So even though it's taken me a long time, I don't really regret it because I'm still learning a lot as I make it.
So you're basically your own support network, or do you have like some people that you can help you out?
I have some people kind of like review scripts for me and stuff like that. But outside of that, that's basically it.
Yeah.
It's more like, oh, does this dialogue sound like stilted? Have I spelt this right?
Stilted what's that?
like stiff, like unnatural. Dialogue's a nightmare as well. Because fuck dialogue. Because basically,
there's a tone.
You think of a conversation in your head,
it might not translate as well.
Yeah, and you think it sounds alright. Then you type it out and you go,
I know. I did GCSE drama. I hate it. And you're like, hey, this doesn't feel like a real conversation. Even as I'm saying the words, I'm just reading it to you, and that's it. And yeah, it's just if you're acting it out, even if you're writing a script and you have no one to like. Bounce off of as well.
Mad.
Must fucking
someone might pre that shit and you're like, yeah, I'm not buying this.
No one says that anymore.
I'm not buying this.
The chapter I just wrote, just a couple weeks ago. Yeah. But it's the next one's kind of chapter 4. Has a scene where two of the kind of main characters, the main character, Arson, I'll explain what the comic is about in a minute. Okay. And then this other character, basically are really honest and emotionally vulnerable with each other. And that is the hardest shit I've ever written. Because I'm just like...
You have to tap into some shit.
Yeah, because it's also like, you know, writing something that might be a bit comedic, or something that's...
Lighthearted.
I'm not saying it's easy. But
it's a lot easier.
But then, I find it hard enough to fucking be just 100% genuine anyway. Yeah. So then making characters do it, that... You know, when you're writing them, they're like an extension of yourself. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, this is difficult, man. Because also I'm trying
how do I feel in these moments?
Yeah. Because then it's not just
emotional growth right there. That's what's going on.
Sometimes. Yeah. But it's not just that. It's then also being like, okay, so I need to make it flow on the page properly. I need to make it sound natural. I need it to get the point across, the point I'm trying to make. I need it to be plot relevant. It's spinning plates is what it is. But I think I've managed it.
One pair on this hand, one on this hand.
Bruh.
Yeah, the
Bruh.
forehead,
knee,
Bruh.
But
What's like the market like then? Like even just starting a comic up. That's why I was just so interested in from the jump from college. I was like, this guy does art. Like, how the fuck? What do you do? Like, how do you get that out here? It's hard. From what I know, anyway.
So essentially, the way I kind of got my start is through someone knowing someone. I ended up speaking to this like small publisher based in London called T-Pub Comics. And I went, hold tight, T-Pub. Neil, if you're watching this.
Yes, Neely.
But yeah, I spoke to them. I was like 18, like fresh out of school. They gave me like an internship. So I worked there for like 4 or 5 months. It was like, all
That's
unpaid. But like I got a load of good experience from it, and I kind of got some direction.
Yeah.
I'd work conventions with them, so I'd meet kind of professionals.
When was this? When we talking? What kind of period are we talking?
So like 18, 19. What year was that? I'm 24 now. I'm bad at maths.
Yeah, you know the ones.
You're not gonna.
Bro, numbers are just not my jam, bro.
What was that like? Fucking 6 years ago. It's mad, isn't it?
But
Yeah, that was a while ago.
and I remember like as I left,
Yeah.
I was speaking to this other guy who worked there.
Yeah.
Dude called Ryan O'Sullivan, who's also a comic creator.
What's that, Ryan?
When I was there, he had his first comic published, stuff like that.
You just watching the art, learning, seeing the game.
Right, he was a writer, so he was collaborating with like other artists.
Ah, I see.
But then I was kind of like, okay, I'm leaving. What do I do now? I kind of don't know where I'm going. And he was like, okay, the way to get noticed in comics, quite specifically, is to make a comic. It sounds that simple, because it kind of is, but I feel like
by doing it.
Yeah, you learn by doing, but then also, if say you wanted a band to hire you to play the trumpet, but they've never seen you play the trumpet. They've only seen you play the clarinet.
Exactly.
It's like, I'm not going to hire you to play the trumpet then. So it's not. So
I'm
it's
scared
like,
you're gonna fuck up my set.
yeah. So it's like, no one's gonna notice you as a comic creator unless you prove you can make a comic, which is essentially how Come Down began. I was young. I still am young. Like, when I was younger.
Yeah.
I was working. I was doing stuff, so it took a while. I was kind of developing the idea as it went along, but then eventually Come Down as an idea formed in my head due to life experiences, people I've met, things that inspired me. Started making it. Eventually started releasing it. It's all for free.
Yeah.
It will be released for free until it's finished. So plug the website as well, because
yeah,
you can go and see the first 3 chapters now.
So
I started chapter 1.
Let me explain the comic.
Yes, we're in the thick of it now, baby.
My elevator pitch is weak. Like,
No, it's good,
I always struggled with it.
We're getting there.
Come
Hold that
down.
coffee in that. You get me?
Yeah. Plug my code. I'm the plug.
Yes. There we go. He's clocked.
I have a coffee.
Oh, chapel.
Donate to me.
Yes,
But,
please.
Come down.
We're actually gonna donate to you.
Is-
As well. Appreciate
You
it.
don't have to do that.
No, we have to support us.
Come Down is a comic about magical drugs. So it's set in London. It follows our protagonist, a guy named Arson. After a
Mustard face.
pretty normal night out, he steals some pills that essentially give you magical powers.
I'm gonna ask you a question about
Yeah,
pills soon, but yeah, go on.
while they're in your system.
Yeah.
But in stealing these, he kind of gets embroiled in the gang that makes them, the people who can test that gang, magic, all that shit. It all goes downhill. I've only got the first 3 chapters out. It goes more downhill. and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, I love those type of shits.
But yeah, so that's the general gist to Come Down. It's all in black and white.
That doesn't mean that it's the quality of the art is shit. It's sick still.
Yeah. Just
Easier.
Quicker.
Yeah.
Also, like when I started it, I'd never coloured anything. Yeah. So obviously you see now on Insta I post like coloured drawings all the time.
Yeah.
But back then,
nothing.
Man, she's a proper black for a black guy.
I'm telling you.
But so yeah, that's the comic. It's on my website called comedowncomic.com. Or you can find it on this like webcomic hosting site called Tapas.
Yeah, or in our bio, in our fucking description. But
it'll be linked here.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, you can read it all there.
Yeah. It's dope.
Keep posted. It's not for kids.
No.
Yeah. And it only gets more not for kids.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
And
Love that.
you haven't even reached the orgy scene yet.
Yo.
I haven't drawn it either, but there is
one.
No.
Niggas is gonna be there.
Basically, not really a spoiler because it's well out of context. Chapter 4 is going to be in like a big spooky like club event.
Sex club.
No, and there's like a room that the main character has to run through.
I said XOYO.
Yeah. And he runs through the orgy room, trying to like escape getting chased.
Yeah.
So then it'll just be.
You see a bit of titties here and there. Yeah.
See all the titties.
Yeah.
But
bookmarking that page, I can see.
But
Blue Star.
It's like
it's
That's an
I'm
incognito
sure-
window there, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone who's kind of worked on a project for a decent amount of time can empathise. And anyone who's like written something, done something a bit more creative. It's kind of wild how much something changes from when it's an idea in your head to when you're actually putting it out. Because when I first thought of it, I kind of just wanted cool like superpowers.
yeah, and there's no loopholes to that thought as well.
Yeah, I just wanted cool superpowers.
Yeah.
I wanted like the drug gimmick. I wanted a lot of action, stuff like that. But then as I started writing it,
It's like fuck loopholes.
I'm just like, oh no,
loopholes.
like the characters matter.
Yeah.
There needs to be drama, there needs to be setup.
Yeah.
There's not been much action so far.
Yeah.
But
A lot of
I'm still,
build-up.
yeah, a lot of build up. I'm still very happy with what I've done. But it's just kind of wild how much things change from when you first think of it to when you keep doing it. Because like certain characters will be more or less important than you think. Certain scenes are like, oh, this will be a really cool scene. Actually, will just get cut entirely because like actually it just doesn't fit into the overall thing.
Man, we need them cut scenes still.
Director's cut.
You know, literally.
But yeah, like stuff like that happens kind of all the time with any creative thing, where it's like actually, as much as you do want to do certain parts of it,
It just doesn't fit.
yeah, the overall project will be better off for you kind of trimming the fat. But yeah, like when I first pictured it, it was in a pretty different place to how it is now and how it's going to be. Because now I've got the entire thing like plotted out.
Oh, you've already finished it?
Well, I haven't finished it, but I finished the plot, so I know how it's going to end. There's only one plot point which I'm
Working on.
but it doesn't really affect how the overall thing goes.
Got you.
But yeah, stuff like that. So once I did that, I was like, okay, now I've got it down. I just need to finish making it. But like when I was doing that bit, I was just there like,
What's wrong? What's right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Main character originally didn't wear a beanie.
Yeah,
He
legendary.
wore a
beanie.
hat like yours.
Hey.
And eventually I was like, a beanie's a bit easier to draw. So,
So,
so yeah. But yeah, that's the comic. I try to work on it every day. So, yeah, sometimes I'm at work. Sometimes I'm tired. So it's not every day, but yeah,
things like this.
I
you know?
try.
Yeah, you got a life.
Unfortunately.
Oh no, it's fortunate. It adds to the sauce. Bro.
Life is life.
Yeah.
It adds to the sauce.
Yeah, because there's this quote from fucking what's his name, Hayao Miyazaki, the dude who directed a bunch of the Ghibli movies.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Um,
R.I.P.
no.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm thinking of someone else. Cool.
But he I'm pretty sure it's from him.
Yeah.
Or it's from a different guy.
Anyway, just say it like it's from him. Fuck it.
He was complaining about a lot of anime and stuff that's more modern about now, because he was like, they feel soulless because instead of being inspired by life and people, the people that are making these things are only inspired by like what they've read.
Oh.
So there's no reality to it.
I was even saying money, but yeah.
Yeah. There's no money in comics. Come on,
I'm just saying inspired by.
Yeah.
I guess just trying to churn out the next biggest thing.
But you know, they're inspired by what they've read instead of reality. Because you know, things like Ghibli films, they're very fantastical.
Yeah.
But they're very grounded in human emotion.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. That's why all the kids felt it.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to explain too much about it. You just knew that Japanese thing that I watched back in the day was fucking
It was really
cold.
good. So I kind of
Spirited Away. I'm spirited.
I'm telling you.
yeah. So I kind of tried to keep that in kind of my writing, because you know a lot of the characters in it are very much inspired by people I've met, people I know. Sometimes not my friends, sometimes people I think, oh god, that guy was a prick.
No, okay, yeah.
shit
I
like
know
that.
that character, but
And I at least hope it makes the comic feel a bit more genuine and stuff like that. Like the setting of it being in London, I want it to feel like they're people everyone who lives in London has met at one point in their life.
yeah.
I actually had a good conversation with my friend. He's a DJ. Shout out Strange Signals on Instagram.
Jeez.
But there's a scene in chapter 1 where the main character Arsene, he's really out of it, but he's in this nightclub and he's chatting to some girl, and the conversation is just the boring conversation we've all had, where she's just there like, oh yeah, so I studied at York and I did
what uni
this.
you go to?
Yeah, and it was shit like that.
I studied criminology.
Yeah,
Ish knows.
and my friend
bring me out of jail when I go in on Ish knows.
Don't get started on you, man.
But yeah, then my friend like messaged me after reading that page. It was like, I actually just got like Vietnam flashbacks when I read that. But then like I was really happy
talking
with
to
that.
you this close away from you in the club and that.
Yeah. Then I was really happy with that because I was like, okay, I've actually captured like a human experience.
Yes. Yeah. I did it.
I did it.
Yeah.
Go team.
Yeah, another tick off the illustration book.
So I want
And
to.
good.
My kind of goal is to keep that feeling going.
Yeah.
Obviously, have cool magic actions and that, but like
That'll be for the guys like me.
yeah. The second half, all action.
Oh yeah.
Just you wait.
Oh,
Just you wait.
I love that.
It's gonna be wild.
Perfect. So in terms of the pill, because even before you got the tat, I don't even remember if you made a poll about what tat you should get or something. I can't even remember.
You did it. No, I did. It was always gonna be
The pill or some shit.
So,
Yes.
You see Akira?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it yet.
You gotta go see it, bro.
It's my favorite
It's
movie.
it's a
I
classic.
think I saw it on Netflix for like 2 seconds.
If you know the guy that
It just got added to it.
It's the scene where there's a bike and a guy like skidding.
Skids and the sparks come out. It's been recreated in like a million things.
Yeah, literally. It's so classic.
What movie is that?
Come on, you're better than me, bro.
Akira is a anime movie from 1987, directed by Katsuhiro Otomo, who is also the creator of the Akira manga. But yeah, Akira is actually pretty much responsible for anime being a thing in the West.
No cap.
That's how I heard
Yeah,
it.
because it was the first.
Big.
It was basically the first. It probably wasn't the first Japanese animated movie to come out in the West, but it was one that actually took off. And also, it was a thing of like, it was an animated movie that wasn't for kids.
Yeah.
It's violent. It's kind of gross at times.
Yeah.
You know, it's got
Mind-boggling
heavy
shit going on.
themes.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Akira, it was big when it came out in the 80s, and it's one of the ones where its influence can still be felt now. It's a cult classic.
Yeah.
I feel like
Go watch
from
Akira
like
if
the
you
late
haven't.
80s to like the early 2000s, anime had like a run of just
Classics.
crazy, like absolute brazy films and series.
Hits.
Just hits, and they're like, and I feel like anime in the modern world, like modern times now is just trying to recreate that. That's what it feels like to me. When I watch like say a Baki, I feel like you're trying to recreate like the ridiculousness of like the violence of Dragon Ball Z.
See, the thing is with Baki though, is that the manga is really old.
Yeah.
So they're just making the anime now, but the manga started in like the 80s or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But
Hats off.
But I do see what you're saying. I think it's partially due to
I think that's just
more things also being released overseas.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like more interest.
Fantastic.
Because, you know,
but I feel like they're catering to me. Some of the new animes coming out, they're catering to me as the Westerner. I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's like, don't give me that.
Give me the raw
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. The wild
Give me
imaginative
the raw stuff.
things.
I don't want Mexican food. You're taking out the spice from it.
Yeah.
Don't
Give
give
me
me
pinto beans in there,
put
bro.
the pinto beans in there.
I actually had an embarrassing spicy food moment the other week with my girlfriend. Thai food, you know. So she's from Nepal. It's all spicy food.
Oh shit.
We both order food, and I'm in a
Shout
turtleneck. I'm there. I'm like dying. I'm just
The
sitting with my
sweats.
mouth open. I'm sweating. It was just bare chilies, and like I finish it because you know
It was nice.
my mum didn't raise no quitter, but still I'm just there like dying. Then like the dude comes, he picks up the plates. He's like, oh, it was good. I make a joke about it being like me dying.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, it's very authentic Thai food up there. It's like pub kitchen.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes later, the head chef from the kitchen comes down. This like old Thai woman with ice cream for me because she felt bad that my food was that spicy, and I'm just there.
I didn't know white boy. I didn't know. Here you go, ice cream.
I'm just like, I was like, okay, obviously free ice cream. I'm here for it.
Fantastic.
But I'm also just like, oh god, that's embarrassing.
Not for me.
You just gotta go thank you auntie, keep it stepping. Bro.
Yeah, literally.
Keep stepping. You have to come back as well.
Bro.
I do, because that was just the nicest thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to do the good service.
When the chef comes out and gives you something,
It's a mazza. Wait, so what's the significance of the pill within your comic, or even? Well, you've already explained kind of in your life already. Akira's a classic, one of your favorites.
Basically just ripping off Akira. Ripping off Akira. Ripping off this game, Hotline Miami.
oh wow, that game is nuts.
Miami.
That game is
It's
nuts.
like overhead. You wear the animal masks and you kill a bunch
Oh
of
my
gangsters.
god, and it's old as fuck.
No, it came out in like 2011, I want to say.
Oh.
It looks
was
like
older.
But no, it looks like
the
a retro
style.
game.
Okay.
And it's got like the really like synthy techno electronic soundtrack.
Oh my god, I love that shit.
So yeah, basically just ripping the aesthetic from them, but also with the whole thing, you know, drug culture is huge
Yeah,
in
especially
the UK, especially in like young people, shit like that. Like one thing that shocked me, kind of growing up, but like when I started first working in pubs and stuff, is
Coke
just
life.
the frequency of how the entire country is just on gear all the
Yeah.
time.
Hold tight the gearheads.
Yeah.
Was that? You should have went to uni.
Well, I was saying I didn't go to uni. I just went straight to pub.
You're the man there.
Especially like
Yeah.
You're the man there.
just posted.
So that's another thing I feel like with Come Down, where I'm just like I do kind of think I'm recreating life a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe
Powerful, bro.
maybe other people that aren't like kind of from the same area.
The dots as well, because it's like
It's
if
a
you look at El
superpower.
Chapo and Pablo Escobar, if you look at the amount of money they amassed, this thing has got to be popping globally.
Coke is everywhere.
Literally everywhere, and everyone has their own version of crack, has their
mad.
own version of like little like meth and shit like that.
Just it's
Everywhere.
everywhere. It's wild.
Blue pill, red pill.
Red pill's a rebel.
Not one.
Red pill's the correct one. Red pill. Yeah. It's like, you know, blue pill, living in the Matrix sounds nice, but you are just living a lie.
Literally. Because when they plug that hole out and you just, oh no, I'm in a tube.
It's like you're just living a lie.
Yeah.
I'd rather live a shit reality.
Yeah, it's something I can build on, that's true.
Yeah, than just live a lie. You know, be fake without even knowing it. So
Give me the
red
blue pill, man.
Red pill. But yeah.
You destroyed all them fucking...
Give me the blue pill. Fuck it.
and
I've had
screaming.
enough.
That's how you got the blue mic.
Had enough.
Red mic over here.
Yeah, blue mic
Blue
over
mic
there.
over there.
doesn't know what my hood up. But
Orange. He's a Hoover.
oh man. Okay, so to finish this off, what's your where we looking down the line? Let's say 3 to 5 years. I was even
okay, so 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. Countdown's finished.
Countdown will be finished quite soon. I won't say end of this year. We'll be finished. And I will.
It's a big run, you know. That you have.
Yeah. I'll try to get it printed. So if you're interested
Hardbacks.
in looking at it or reading it or interested in my stuff, you can find me on Instagram at Sola Simpson Art. That's just SOLA.
Yeah.
Super talented.
Twitter, Sola Simpson. No art.
Wait. Sola.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been calling him Sola this whole time.
I honestly don't notice. I just.
Sola. Sorry, bro.
How many people just call you Sola? Too many.
But enough that I don't notice.
I read it. So
secondary school, my teachers, I was like, I can't be able to correct every single one.
Yeah.
So I'm just.
And then when
we're doing it right.
When I come back the next day, you're gonna get it wrong again.
No, we're doing it right here. Sola Art.
Yeah.
You get me? Sorry, continue.
And then, so yeah, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. You can read Come Down, like we said, at comedowncomic.com. Or if you're interested in other webcomics, there's this hosting site called Tapas.
Okay.
People just upload webcomics to there. There's a lot of romance on there. So Come Down kind of doesn't really fit with the vibe. But, Come Down's on there as well.
Romancing.
Romancing.
Animated though.
And then in October the 22nd to the 24th or the 25th, I have a table at MCM Comic Con in London. In the Excel Centre.
We'll have to link you there still.
Yeah, they're selling tickets now, but that'll be my first table at any Comic Con. I'll be selling prints. I'll be selling myself. I'll be doing sketches on the day.
Alright, you little whore, come on.
Hey man, first convention. I need to break even.
I need the money, man.
And then I'm actually doing MCM convention in Birmingham in November. Some point near the end of the month. I can't remember the exact days. But that's the same sort of deal.
What's that, bro?
So, yeah.
When you get all those details, just email and we'll put it straight.
Yeah, we'll do. Cool. I kind of forgot to email you any stuff.
And that's the near future. And what are we talking about?
So
further on, production companies, comics, mangas, animes. What are we looking at, man?
So
movies, cartoons.
This is straight your time.
So basically,
shoulders right there.
Basically, the dream is I do Come Down. Hope we get Come Down printed. But essentially, what Come Down actually is a really big, really complicated bit of portfolio work.
CV, basically.
Yeah, very big, very complicated CV. Because, like I was saying earlier with the guy who was like, just make a comic. I won't get hired to make other comics unless I show I can make a comic. So Come Down will come out. Off the back of that, I will, not probably.
Thank you.
I was
gonna correct you. I was ready with the holster right there.
I saw it in your eyes.
Like, nigga, don't do nothing stupid, bro. Go on.
But I'll be working on other comics.
Yes.
Maybe creator-owned ones. Maybe ones owned by other publishers. Yes. I'm not sure
whatever
which
works best for your career.
But whatever will work best at the time. I do freelance work here and there. I've done some commissions. I've done. My older brother is a musician. I've done art for his singles and albums and stuff like that. So also I'm commissions, guys.
Yeah, I want a super hero version of myself, super villain version of myself.
Cool, evil looking. Yeah. He would be Slytherin.
He is, man. He's Malfoy.
Yeah, that's.
Don't give me no powers, cause I'll turn this shit upside down. So
he was the black kid that was behind Malfoy, bro.
I was screaming.
That's the only black kid I remember from.
Bro, that you probably got whipped by them, man. You know how racist that shit was?
Shit.
Fucking
was there any black people in Harry Potter?
Yeah, a couple. There was a dreadhead guy as well. He was in.
Were they like extras or something?
Yeah, he was in.
Did he come out
He was in
jail?
Hogwarts House still.
Oh.
On the Quidditch scene.
It's Harry Potter! Oh.
Harry Potter was lame.
Yeah.
It was lame. I didn't like it.
I wonder what...
Future.
No.
Go back. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what?
But yeah, so basically, off the back of that, hopefully, I'll be working on other comics. Basically, I get asked a lot, like, well, would you go into animation? Would you go into games? Would you go into, television? I'm just open book. No, I'm straight comics.
Oh, sick.
fuck all that other shit y'all talking about.
Yeah, for the shit that'll pay me better probably. But like, you know, when you have something
You'll get paid at
that
the end
you
of this,
just
bro. You're talented.
that you enjoy.
Yeah.
I just want to do that. Yeah. So for the time being, for the foreseeable future, like comics is just my jam. And you know, now that I'm doing conventions, stuff like that, I'll be meeting other professionals, hopefully collaborating.
Next.
Get the connections. And if I have one tip to leave anyone listening,
And aspiring illustrators, cause I was gonna actually ask you about that.
that'll be a different tip then.
Okay. So give us the different tips.
Just pure nepotism. Make connections. It
yeah.
helps so much. Like,
Nepotism, cronyism. That's how the.
yeah, like it's kind of
That
unfair,
man said, didn't it?
you
Whatever
know,
that man
because
said.
obviously, like geographically, we live in London.
Yeah.
That definitely helps. But you know what? Fuck it. Life isn't fair. Use your advantages.
advantage.
You be
when
unfair
you can.
too. Fuck it.
Yeah. So like, meet people, make yourself known, and then you know when you need something or when they need something, you will come together and it will help. That's my bit of advice.
Mutual interest.
And my advice for illustrators is yes. No, maybe there's two bits of advice. First one, when it comes to practicing, practice correctly. So for example, if you try to learn the piano, you buy a piano and it hasn't been tuned properly, and you have no idea it hasn't been tuned properly, you are just playing piano wrong. You can still practice a lot and get technically better, but you're getting better in the wrong way.
Yeah.
You can do that like with art. You can pigeonhole yourself by not practicing a variety of things, only drawing one thing. Like my backgrounds aren't very good because I spent so long practicing figures, so that's something I need to work on. Stuff like that. So practice correctly.
Younger Shola's getting
Yeah.
scolded right now still.
Practice correctly. Practice like making everything a whole instead of just focusing on one aspect. And then another one is don't be afraid to put yourself out there. It can be very nerve-wracking for like artists to put their art out there because you know when you create something, a bit of yourself is in it. Even if it's just like a dumb drawing, like a shit post or something like that. Still, something like that. You see a lot of people. I see artists with like 100,000 followers go like, "Oh, sorry, I haven't uploaded anything in like 5 months. I just get an imposter syndrome really bad. You know, I don't think I'm actually that good. I don't know if I should even upload anything.
Imposter syndrome is a bitch.
Yeah, just stuff like that.
Track back to a couple episodes back when we talk about new experiences, imposter syndrome, all them things there.
Right. Like, you have to just learn to, because everyone gets them, you have to learn to just put those thoughts in the back of your mind
UVU at the end
and
of the
just put yourself out there. And yeah, believe in yourself. Believe in your own hype.
Believe in your source, man.
Yeah, no one else will believe in your hype
as much as
if you can't.
Yes, peace.
Because it shows. If you're there all like coy, like, oh, I actually don't know.
Oh, not the gym.
Yeah,
you got it.
I don't got no jewels, but like,
I have VVS on me.
but yeah, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You gotta be your own biggest fan.
Yeah.
Because then other people will actually see the kind of hard work and confidence and stuff like that, and then they'll be able to kind of believe in you as well. So that's my waffly second point.
Nah,
self-esteem
ain't no
for a
waffly
reason.
things, bro.
Yeah.
Straight gems. And I know that
We only drop them here.
I'm telling you.
Urban Era.
Thank you.
Now pick them up.
Hey, you know this is not his first. This is his first, but it's not his last. You know this already. Hold tight, his sucker as well. He's a bit of a perv and that, and a bit of a pedo.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
You know the one.
He just looks cool.
Yeah, let's talk about the dope side. You get me? But yeah, man.
Wait, he's got R. Kelly on his wrist?
Is
this camera on me? You're killing me.
Yo, man, guys, that's been an amazing app. For fuck's sake.
Right,
We had the most illustrious illustrator, Sola, to show on it.
Oh, you spoiled me.
Thanks for coming, brother.
Thank you very much.
Oh
for
man,
having me,
that's
guys.
amazing, bro.
I had a really good time.
That was too dope.
Yeah.
3 dope even.
Maybe even 4.
Shit, boy. I said 2x on the. Hey, let me start.
Because I feel like if we don't stop, it could just go on.
Literally. This is great chemistry right here. Still, I really enjoyed the episode, bro. So thank you for
I had
coming
a lot
on.
of fun, guys. Thank you very much for having me.
We'll talk about fetishes and shit behind the camera, but anyway, we'll leave that on.
See you next episode. The fetish talk.
Yeah, we're meant to get the feet out. Yeah, we know Ishmael got the black toes.
Fecal mouth.
Love.
You never touch feces.
Ever had a girl with these guys tell you that she cares about you? That's my fetish.
What the fuck is that?
Man, them need a hug.
That's love and affection. What the fuck?
Anyway, but peace.
I need cold-hearted babes.
Stop lifting your legs up, Darius.
Never. Never.